Here's a guy who thinks religion is the only way to reduce emotional pain.
Science has even reduced our physical pain. But has it reduced our emotional pain and suffering? No, it has not.
Yes, it has. Lots of people have used scientifically developed therapies to effectively deal with emotional problems.
Rather, it has multiplied our emotional sufferings. We have better way of life than our ancient ancestors. But are we happier than them? No, we are not. One researcher found not a single case of depression in one of the tribes in Papua New Guinea. What does it prove? It proves primitive people are emotionally more happy.
First of all, citation needed. Secondly, no, it doesn't prove that. Less depression is not the same as more happiness. Happiness is more than just a lack of clinical depression.
This is disturbing to see. Many people are fanatically engaged to disprove existence of God. My question to them is, would God's non-existence make this world better? Would God's non-existence reduce human suffering? The answer is no.
Well, the problem with this question, of course, is that it assumes that there is, in fact, a God. Perhaps what this person means to ask is whether the world would be better off if people didn't believe in a God. And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know what the overall effects of removing religion altogether would be. Such a change would be so colossal that I don't see how many of its effects could be predicted with much accuracy. I am pretty much convinced, however, that I would prefer a world in which the religious stopped trying to get creationism taught in science classes and stopped trying to criminalize homosexuality. I don't seek to disprove the existence of a God or deconvert people at all, but I do try to defend those of us who are not religious and who don't want to live under theocratic rules.
So far, science has failed terribly to address our emotional suffering.
No, it hasn't.
It's unlikely that science will ever be able to reduce human suffering. If science can ever reduce human sufferings, then we can forget God.
If a God could eliminate human suffering, we could forget science.
Until then, let people believe in God. Let people worship God.
I do. I hope you would also let people not believe in a God. Let people live free from theocratic laws.
Let people do whatever they want. This class of half-educated people are too blind to see his brothers writhing in emotional pain. Because millions of people can reduce their sufferings by faith in God.
Perhaps there are. There are also millions who can't. There are millions who need to distance themselves from religious practices and religious communities in order to reduce their suffering, because for many people, these things are the cause of their suffering. To everyone who helps me out on Patreon, you're a big help. Thanks so much.